What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, it seems that this morning, Bethesda decided to drop some info, some dates. Starfield info. Oh my gosh, it's happening. I think it's really gonna happen this time. So the first date I saw was 9/6/23, which is September 6th, 2000, this year. You know. So I'm like, okay, that's not in the 6-month window, but you know what? That's whatever. You know, y'all get upset about it for 2 seconds and then let it pass, because whatever. What's more important that the game's ready, and the game is, you know. But the showcase, they called it I think it was the Bethesda showcase, the Starfield showcase or something, for the Starcase. Wow, that's what they should call it, the Starcase. Anyway, I guess it was the Starfield showcase, and it was 6/11/23. So I don't even know what day that is. I should have looked it up, but that's somewhere near E3. Is it before or after? I don't know. I feel like it's before, but I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. But I feel that's a good time to, you know, give us the deets and stuff. So we have until, you know, now it's March, April, May, June, you know, 3 months or so. 3 months and a little. Well, basically 3 months. And, you know, we're gonna have the info. They also released a little video. You know, Todd Howard was like, "We're so happy, beep beep beep." You know how he talks. He's a little. I feel like he was an elf in a former life or something. Just has that elfish. Well, see, okay, I'm gonna change that, because the elves in Lord of the Rings are all elegant and long and majestic, and he's more like a gauntlet elf. You know, he's got green on. He's like, bing, 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 bing. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. Gauntlet's a jam. Gauntlet. He's more like Link than, you know, Legolas. Like Legolas? Surfing shields. Anyway, yeah, so they showed some video. They showed some stuff. And I was like, oh, some new graphics here. And I looked at it like briefly on my phone in bad lighting. So I was like, so I'm going to check it out again later. But from what I saw, it looked cleaner than what they had showed previously. Like they showed like all the planets and stuff. They showed a lot of stuff before, but what they showed now seemed like it felt like it looked polished. Now it could just be these are just trailer shots or whatever, glamified, glowed up, you know what I mean? But if that's like the gameplay, then I'm like, all right, let's go. Even if the gameplay is still like what they showed from before, let's go. I'm ready. And even though the more that I see of Starfield, the more that I see the Skyrim in it, still let's go. I'm ready. I was thinking about it today. I was like, am I going to actually play the game, or am I going to just find a planet and just start resource gathering, and just build me a super dope base? And then I'm like, okay, I guess I can do some story. Or do I do the story and then I say, I'm going to go settle down in the Outer Rim? Wait, does the Milky Way have an outer? I mean, I guess the Outer Rim would be the outer reaches of the galaxy. But the Milky Way has how many arms? It's like 3 or 4, right? Is it 3 or 4? I can't remember. What I'm talking about is the spiral arms that come off of the center, the supermassive black hole that is in the center of our Milky Way galaxy, our reality, which this game is based off of. I'm definitely going to Mars. I want to see the rovers and stuff. But all that stuff is kind of interesting because it is based in the Milky Way. So I guess, yeah, every galaxy has every spiral galaxy, I guess, has an outer rim. But yeah, I mean, it kind of, like, now I'm like kind of thinking about it right now in my head, because the outer rim is a reference to Star Wars, obviously. And you're like, oh yeah, the outer rim. But when you sit and think about it, it's like, wait a second, okay. Like, is there a name for the actual, like, arm that we habitate? Earth, that is? and what is it? And I have so many questions as far as astronomy and just like our Milky Way, not all the other billions and trillions of galaxies that they've seen in these telescopes. But anyway, you see what Starfield is doing to me? It's making me talk about astronomy. I don't know that much about astronomy. I just know it's fascinating, and we don't know, and we barely know stuff about Earth. And it's so that's like that's another happy place in my brain where I was like, you look up in the sky at night. You see all the stars, and you're like, wow, there's like so much out there. So much out there. There's so much here. There's just so much everything, right? And so you think, like, why are people this? Why are people trifling? Why are people ratchet? Why are people this, that, and the third? And I'm like, I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. It is part of our evolutionary journey, I guess, as humans. And we still bring the baggage of the past, meaning back in the day, us humans weren't the best of creatures. You know, I mean, we just happened to be one of the top species. I don't know if we are. It's kind of, I mean, you know, some people be like, well, other animals can't talk English and stuff, so they're stupid. I'm like, that's not how it works. You know what I mean? Because, you know, whales, dolphins, they're very intelligent. They have their own complex way of communicating. And they have sonar. So they can shoot a beam of freaking sound energy into the ground, and the fish is gonna fly in there like snatch. They're horny too. Dolphins are very horny. Look out. And killer whales, orca, giant dolphins. Don't forget it. Y'all think they're not whales, they're big ass dolphins. So, and they'll play with you before they kill you. They'll kill you, but they'll play with you first. Anyway, Starfield. There is a character creator. I was playing back to Wolong. I did a video yesterday about Wolong. I was in that character creator for a long time. I always do this. And then you barely see the character. I mean, you see her enough in the cutscenes and stuff, so it's fine. But I spent way too much time. But in Starfield, I'm gonna spend a lot of time in there. Am I gonna make it look like me? I don't ever make him look like me, but I think I might do it in Starfield. I might make the character like me this time. I want to be in the fantasy of sci-fi space. Ron Howard? Wow, that's not his name. Todd Timothy Howard. I want to be there. Me. So yeah, I'll try. I don't know. You know what they should bring back? Bethesda could do it. They should bring back the face scan. You take the picture, and then you can put it on into character. It worked kind of, sort of. I did it on one of the NBA games. I can't remember which one. So I was like, oh, that's kind of doesn't look like me. But can they get this though? Can they get this? I don't think so. Have to do a hair. They should have look. The creative character needs to be really more robust. I'm not saying that it isn't, but I'm saying that they probably don't have this. So they should have that. They should be like beard constructor part of the whole thing, not like a selection of beards. No, you give me a template. You say, okay, draw where you want the hair on the face, and you can do that, and then give me the length, and you want sections like this, rubber bands or whatever they call them, fiber clamps, fiber clasps. Call them that, because sci-fi, you gotta come up with sci-fi names for all of the everyday objects. Like a screwdriver isn't a screwdriver. It's a bolt, a titanium bolt tightener. That's a dumb name, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, NASA probably names all this stuff that anyway, so they can charge you $900 for a hammer. It's like, that's not a hammer. That's a titanium plated blunt instrument pounder. See? My brain's not. End of the day, my brain cells are like, yeah, we're on break, buddy. Hey, you want us? No, we're not working right now. So that's what's happening to me right now. Anyway, Starfield. It's good. It's good. It's not good. I don't know what it is, but I'm excited. I'm excited for it, and I know there have been a lot of Ponies and Donkey Unicorns trying to downplay Starfield. And all the Donkey Unicorns and all the ponies that are doing that are only doing that because they're jealous and they're hurt. They do this to lash out. They don't know how to process their trauma, their grief of losing Starfield. Because if you don't remember, I know I've said this before, but Sony tried to buy the exclusivity for Starfield. This is Sony's game plan. Last generation and this generation is to try to buy exclusivity for the games that they think are going to be bangers. And Microsoft said no. And the thing, this is why it didn't work. Because Bethesda and Microsoft have a very close relationship. They've been doing games forever. You want to talk about organic growth? Bethesda and Microsoft is the most organic. Morrowind was not on PlayStation. Xbox exclusive, baby. I played that when it came out. They put it in the store. I don't think it was last year. I was like, wow, this is... Because the first Oblivion game, the first Elder Scrolls game I played was Oblivion. And I was blown away. I was like, this was crazy. So I never had played Morrowind. So I went back to play Morrowind. I was like, oh, this is kind of the roots. It's like a lot of sprite-based stuff. And it's charming in a janky way. But at the same time, it's not like open world, really. It's like you're just walking down the path to the next town. Well, maybe it is open. I don't really know. I didn't play that much of it. So I was like, I can't play this anymore. This is not Oblivion. This is not Skyrim. But anyway, Starfield. The thing that's making me more excited about Starfield than Skyrim and all, even though Skyrim did add it later as a mod, is the base building stuff. More so, the ship building stuff. So you could build a base and a ship. And I'm like, yo, this is one of the foundational pillars of what sci-fi fans want. They want to create their own sci-fi world. What do you need? You need a spaceship. You need a home base. And then you put all the other planets and the aliens and all those stories and stuff in there. And that's great. And that's what we want. That is so vital. I don't think people... what other games have done that for real? Star Citizen is a little bit different. I guess No Man's Sky. But I think they're limited in their shipbuilding. But their base building is pretty... I played with that a little bit too. I was like, eh. Even though it's better than it was, still. If you want to compare No Man's Sky today to Skyrim, Starfield, what it will be, bleh. And from what we've seen, I'm gonna say Starfield is gonna be way better. But props to Hello Games though. They did their Duck Dizzle for that game, and they made it happen. But Starfield, I'm just excited. So yo, 6/11, June 11th is the Starfield Direct. September 6th is the release date of Starfield. I'm so excited. Let me know how much y'all excited about Starfield. What are y'all gonna do when you jump into that game? Are y'all gonna just build? You're gonna play the story. What you gonna do? What kind of character you gonna make? It's so many different options. That's what we want. And then I didn't even talk about the mods. Oh my gosh, the mods are gonna be yo. Imagine they do a spaceship mod, right? Where you can put a Millennium Falcon together. I'm flying Millennium. I'm gonna do that. Millennium Falcon is one of my favorite ships. I didn't even care about Han Solo that much or Chewbacca. They kick rocks. Millennium Falcon. That's what's up. L7. That's what her name is before she went into the Falcon. There's so much lore. Solo. This is a little tangent, but Solo kind of ruined. It didn't ruin it, but it was But if you take the little chunks of information that came from Solo and you apply it to the later movies and to the ship itself, it's fascinating. And then you look at Empire Strikes Back, where 3PO is talking about, yo, your ship has a very peculiar, way of communicating. And it's like, yeah, plug the professor into the ship and all that stuff. And I'm like, and then I look back to Solo, I'm like, oh wow, okay, it makes sense. So it's kind of cool, and I liked the Millennium Falcon before I saw Solo, and seeing Solo didn't make me like it any less or any more. A little bit more because I guess it's L7, LTT, whatever her name was. Anyway, super tangent. Sorry about the Star Wars tangent, but I like Star Wars a little bit. Mandalorian season 3 is out. I saw the first episode, pretty good. Anyway, let me know in the comments below. Is Millennium Falcon your favorite Star Wars ship? How do you like the Mandalorian? Is that a good show? Starfield. It's really about Starfield. But once again, like I said before, the mods are going to be the thing that kind of brings it to the super next level. Besides the game already having like so much flexibility and options, mods is just like, come on, son. It's going to be ridiculous. So I can't. That's like one of those. I think Starfield has what it takes to be another Skyrim as far as longevity, plus the mods and all that stuff. Is going to be one of them 10-year games like Skyrim. So anyway, I appreciate y'all hanging out. Let me know what y'all think about, y'all hyped for Starfield, whatever, Star Wars, all that good stuff. And I'll check y'all out on the next one.